Jamaica, Jamaica, it's the day before our big day and we're in a celebratory mood. Welcome to this Tuesday's edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Audrey Williams. Today we share with you aspects of our nation's rich history as we celebrate 52 years of independence tomorrow. Come share in the experience with us today. The news comes up in a moment, then all this is right after.
Good day, I'm Stacey Ann Smith, and this is your GIS News for Tuesday, August 5. The Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Task Force, MOCA, and the JCF's Anti-Corruption Branch have been merged into a single agency to strengthen the fight against serious organized crime and corruption. The merger, which takes immediate effect, was announced Monday by National Security Minister Peter Bunting. He said it would target and bring to justice the kingpins of the criminal networks, as well as those who provide support to criminals and corrupt officials.
The new agency will give us greater reach and increase our capacity to carry out investigations on people of interest. This merger is intended to be an interim step in a longer-term plan to create a national law enforcement agency, which will be the subject of a future cabinet submission.
The newly merged entity is to be called the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA, and Colonel D.T. Edwards is being seconded from the JDF to oversee and coordinate the merger. The National Security Ministry's Permanent Secretary will chair a steering committee that's to have oversight responsibility for the policy implementation of the agency. The island's agricultural sector has rebounded from the devastating effects of Hurricane Sandy in 2012, surpassing production levels prior to the hurricane. Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller made that announcement at this weekend's Denby Agricultural, Industrial and Food Show in Clarendon.
The sector grew by 20% in the first quarter of 2014 and by a further 9.1% in the second quarter despite the prevailing drought.
The Prime Minister attributed the increased production levels to the $5 billion irrigation infrastructure system the government installed across the island. Meanwhile, Acting Agriculture Minister Derek Kelly says there's no plan to increase Jamaica's food importation in response to the continued drought. He says government's focus instead is to help local farmers meet consumers' needs.
Because once you start getting into importation, you're going to create some other types of problems for the farmers. And I know the farmers are not anxious about importation. So at this point in time, we are doing what we can to encourage them to use small irrigation systems to help them to get back on track as quickly as possible.
And the Acting Agriculture Minister says plans are far advanced to establish a predial larceny unit in the ministry, as promised by Minister Roger Clark in his sectoral presentation.
And staff recruitment is now in progress. Drafting instructions for the amendments to the Agricultural Produce Act and the Predial Larceny Prevention Act will be forwarded to the Cabinet shortly for approval.
Those amendments will simplify procedures for licensing all players along the food supply chain and for imposing stiffer penalties on persons found criminally liable.
We continue to work with the police and urge farmers to play their part by getting registered with RADA, using their receipt books, getting their animals tagged for traceability, and encouraging their business associates and traders to get registered.
Another wonderful display of art and culture is being planned for this year's Grand Gala celebrations taking place at the National Stadium on Wednesday. Culture Minister Lisa Hanna says this year's gala will be more theatrical than those of the past, showcasing the beauty and uniqueness of the nation.
That will be a feature of the gala, looking at the Blue and Jonquera Mountains. We also have a part devoted to Marcus Garvey because of the UNIA. And we have Marcia Griffiths because of her 50 years in music.
Gates open at 2 p.m. with showtime confirmed for 6 p.m. And finally, road users traveling in and around downtown Kingston this Friday should look out for traffic changes. This is to accommodate the state funeral for the late former Governor General Sir Howard Cook, which is to be held at the Holy Trinity Cathedral on George Headley Drive at 10 a.m. Interment will follow at the National Heroes Park. Between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m., sections of South Camp Road and all roads leading on will be used exclusively for persons attending and leaving the funeral. Regular traffic will be diverted from the direction of Up Park Camp onto Marion Road and other roads leading to East Queen Street. Access to South Camp Road will also be restricted for those travelling from the direction of the sea, East Queen Street or Victoria Avenue. Meanwhile, only motorists attending the funeral will be allowed to use North Street between South Camp Road and Duke Street and all roads leading on. East Street between Charles Street and South Hero Circle, as well as Moroska Road between the North Hero Circle Connolly Avenue intersection and Duke Street at South Hero Circle will also be closed to vehicular traffic. However, provisions will be made for residents of Allman Town and Kingston Gardens to exit their communities by using Arnold Road, as well as to access Moroska Road from the east or north. And that's it for GIS News Today. I'm Stacey Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.
Householders, business people, school administrators, protect yourself and your children from the chikungunya virus. Be on the alert. Help control the mosquito population. Chikungunya is a virus transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which breeds in and around your home, workplace, and school. Destroy breeding sites. Empty old tires and all other containers where water can settle. Bore holes in old cans. Cover water drums and garbage cans. Wash flower pots and vases and clean pet dishes regularly. Protect yourself from mosquito bites. Cover your body as much as possible and use mosquito repellent containing DEET. And if you're experiencing symptoms of chikungunya, a sudden high fever, headache, rash, nausea, pain, stiffness, or severe joint pains, see your doctor or go to the nearest health center.
Some of my favorite vacation spots in Jamaica? Let's see. I like to climb the beautiful Duns River Falls, and I love the fun at Mystic Mountains, especially driving the bobsleighs. Trust me, there are so many spots, I don't think I can choose one. And you shouldn't have to either, as we now share with you how you can experience Jamaica at an affordable price.
Exclusively for Jamaicans. High-end hotels for under $200 per night. Attractions on the north, south, and west coast. Ground transportation for an easy vacation travel. From Negril to Morant Point, experience Jamaica at great deals.
There are so many persons who choose to come to Jamaica over everything else. Why leave? Why want to leave? And we can get better, from my experience, we can get better value as a Jamaican.
Sweet Jamaica, sweet Jamaica, we not left ya. Love the yaki and my saltfish, we not left ya. South yam and banana, we not left ya. I'm a big flower dumpling, we not left ya.
The Jamaica Tourist Board is encouraging Jamaicans to vacation at home, and with a sweet encouragement.
Everybody can get a percentage off for their vacation if they stay right here in Jamaica. So they get between 10 and 50% off.
The promotion applies to all Jamaicans, even those living in the diaspora. International residents working here, such as members of the Diplomatic Corps, can also enjoy these sweet deals.
You can have your vacation in Kingston, Port Antonio, South Coast, Ocho Rios, Negril, Montego Bay.
Some 40 hotels, more than 10 attractions, travel agencies, air and ground transportation entities are offering great discounts to Jamaicans under the Jamaica Experience banner.
Ooh, I met a girl this morning. She was love at first sight.
Dozens of Jamaicans have already used the Experience Jamaica brand and gained major discounts at 5-star hotels and all-inclusive resorts. Meet the Bars. They just got back from their 10th anniversary vacay at Rio Ocho Rios.
It was about 78,000 and we got it at 53. So you're talking about roughly 27,000 thereabout in terms of a discount, and for the same time period, and a time period that we wanted. So that is a discount that we felt in our pockets because we could actually now put other cash in other resources.
The room was like fully loaded. I mean, it had its own bar, its own fridge. its own jacuzzi bath. I mean, no, I'm like
A bar filled with all
the
the
fridge had
amenities.
drink in there, and I was like shocked. I was like, "Are you serious?"
They took excellent care of us as Jamaicans, and that for me was phenomenal. They gave us our own check-in line, our own checkout line. We would encourage every Jamaican to spend time within their country.
Most times persons would want to go abroad because they see the promotion, but we'd be surprised to know because we really have some really interesting places here that I would encourage Jamaicans to really take time out to get to know the country and the attractions that we have.
Jamaica, the land of beauty.
Another experienced Jamaica vacationer is bubbling with excitement at every memory of her great stay at Jamaica Grand.
As soon as I say I'm a Jamaican, they will say, okay. They will disregard the US amount and tell me Jamaican and actually give me a discount. And will say to me, this is not the usual rate, but because you're a Jamaican, I will give you at this rate. It would have been, when I checked it out, because their pass rate was like 400 and something, it worked out to be 150 per night. And I was getting like oceanfront view, 150 per night. So I was like, can I get 2 nights, please? The rooms were impeccable, the ambience, the customer service. You'd think that they would choose or they would treat us differently or treat me differently. They didn't. They were attentive. They were like, can I get you this? Do you want this? Can I take this for you? That is over there. That is over there. Do you need anything else? Like, you are the queen.
You too can have your own getaway at reduced rates. The JTB has it all worked out for you. Call one of the tour operators signed up on the Experience Jamaica initiative, Go Jamaica Travel, Leisure for Pleasure, or Tourwise Limited, and they will ascertain which hotels have the accommodation for the dates you wish to vacation. Or, if you so desire, you may book directly with a hotel. The Experience Jamaica promotion runs from April to December 15.
The fact that they took the time and set up this program, it made me feel good. And it should make all of us feel good as Jamaicans. We are able to explore and experience something that is not usually readily available to us. And at a discounted rate where our money is tight, we are going by a budget. It's very important.
We're saying eat Jamaica, taste Jamaica, love Jamaica, drink Jamaica, walk Jamaica, just chill Jamaica, and enjoy this incredible vacation value, which is for you.
If we had the money, we'd go back this week. And that is serious.
For more information on the Experience Jamaica promotion, call 929-9200 or click on visitjamaica.com/Experience Jamaica.
Jamaica, the land of beauty, loved by many tourists, yes. And if you never know the history, it's a pretty paradise in the West. People love our culture.
Now I speak life over this country, and we can't slavery and timely debt. No more you pick them and go turn worthless, and faith will find money for send them go you take. I declare the greatest crop of future leaders rising up from this generation of youth. Holy men and women, visionaries here, we speak it, and there must be a godly fruit. So for the next 50 years of our claim to fame, say make this one thing remain. When we say, Eternal Father, bless our land and guide us in the Father's name. Keep watching Jamaica Magazine.
Patriotism, strength, and the unity of a people. That's what Jamaica's independence means to me. So what about you? What's the significance?
A whole lot, because independence gave us our own freedom, that we can be a country, a nation of our own.
Enjoyment. I enjoy independence very much. I like the excitement. Go there and jig up yourself and I mean that.
It means a lot to us because this is our country and we have to unite in our country, and this is a sign of unity together.
No celebration of independence, know our roots, so where I come from and to where we are now.
Well, it means Jamaica is now a free country in which we not suffer from slavery and them something again.
Very important for us, self-reliance.
It's a good thing because we also have the right and have the power in any way to shape our own destiny.
Most people know that we should stand at attention when the national anthem is being played. But what of the other codes and protocol surrounding the other national emblems? We tell you about that right now.
The country's national symbols and emblems are representative of our rich history and culture. Images from nature selected as national treasures, and others created to represent the other elements that define us as an independent nation. How we use these symbols and the respect we show them is a matter of national pride and a requirement laid out in protocols guiding their use. To use the coat of arms, individuals and entities need to get official sanction from the Office of the Prime Minister. That application has to be made through the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office. The arms belong to Jamaica and is used on government possessions. When it's used on letterheads, the coat of arms should be placed in the position of prominence, which is the top left, top right, or center. Stand erect, head lifted, hands at your side when singing the national song. The same posture must be observed when saying the pledge and the prayer. The pledge is for use at the beginning and end of school terms and also for recital during an assembly, while the national prayer is encouraged for reading at functions such as religious events. The other lesser used symbols and emblems don't necessarily have a prescribed code. The attractive blue maho tree with its hibiscus-like flowers is recommended for planting, especially at commercial places. Its name, when translated from Latin, means wood of life. The national flower, the lignum vitae, should also be widely used for decoration and beautification purposes. The endemic national bird must not be shot, eaten, or killed, as it's protected under the wildlife laws of the land. The ackee too should be widely grown, as ample supply is needed for consumption, with saltfish as the national dish. Ensuring we take great care in how we use our national symbols is part of our duty as Jamaicans. Show you care by respecting that which represents us.
Yes, man, one time, you know, in the late 40s and early 50s, them did say that we're colonizing England in reverse.
What's a joyful news, Miss Matty? I feel like me heart going burst. Jamaica people colonizing England in reverse. By the 100, by the 1,000, from country and from town, by the shipload, by the plane load, Jamaica is England bound. Them pour out of Jamaica. Everybody future plan is to get one big time job and settle in the motherland.
What a island, what a people. Man and woman, old and young, just a pack them bag and baggage and a turn history upside down.
Some people do like travel, but for sure them loyalty, them all that warm up cheap fare.
To England agency. And week by week them shipping off them countrymen like fire, but immigrate and populate
the seat of the empire.
Uno see all life is funny. Uno see the turnabout. Jamaica lift the box bed out of English people mouth. For when them catch a England and start play them different role, some will settle down to work and some will settle for the door. GN say the dough is not too bad because they paying she £2 a week to seek a job that suits our dignity. GN will never find work at the rate how should I look. For all you should stay upon anti-fan coach and read love storybook. What a devilment in England. Them face the war and brave the worst. I'm wondering how them go and stand colonizing in reverse. Aye, aye, aye.
Walk good on your way and good up he walk with you. Walk good every day and good up he walk with you. Walk good every day, walk good on your way. Walk good, good follow you. If you just walk good, walk good.
The most vibrant aspect of Jamaica's history is no doubt our culture. The Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC, has been having its usual set of events during this celebratory period. And just last weekend, we enjoyed the Heart of Ska festivities and more. Catch a few highlights right now.
It keeps our bodies working, our food nutritious, our living and working spaces clean, and our lives comfortable. Water, the most precious resource necessary for the sustenance of life on our planet. Don't waste it. Let's conserve on this critical commodity. In the house, invest in storage containers and buckets. Take quick showers instead of long baths, and invest in water-efficient shower heads, toilets, and faucets. You may also want to consider one-pot meals and cooking methods that don't require much water. You could also wash fruits and vegetables in a bowl and reuse the water on your plants or grass. When cleaning dishes, fill both sinks and use one for washing and the other for rinsing. The leftover water can be used to wash off the concrete or asphalt in your yard. If you must wash your car at home, aim for once a fortnight and use a bucket to do the washing instead of running the hose. Don't delay. Start your water conservation practices today.
As we celebrate Jamaica during this period, let's pause to reflect on a man who was a nation builder, one affectionately called Teacher.
In speaking of Sir Howard's contribution, we cannot do so without acknowledging and paying tribute to Lady Cook, his partner and biggest supporter.
Sir Howard and Lady Cook had been married for 52 years when he was sworn in as Governor General, a feat remarkable in itself. Both were teachers who started their professional lives at the Belcastle All-Age School in Portland.
The spirit of humility, community, and kindness of this couple did not change on the journey from Belcastle to King's House. His success in politics, the teaching profession, farming, and all the many other areas of his outstanding life is unmatched by the legacy of a devoted and principled life, a life lesson which the nation could well live by. One man married to one woman with one set of children, having the love and stability of family.
Our land has been suffering from immorality. The crime, the drugs, the bloodshed have only brought more sorrow.
We must change and give our children a brighter tomorrow. Let's renew our pledge to God as we work to heal our land and fellow man.
Across Jamaica
For righteousness,
let's join hands.
let's join hands across Jamaica.
For righteousness.
Pray, eternal Father,
Bless this Jamaica land.
let's
Join hands and hearts together
and make
Jamaica a land of love.
Brothers and sisters, let us join hands together to make our country a great place.
The older the moon, the brighter the shine, meaning age brings wisdom. Nearing 52 tomorrow, we're still a young nation, but as we grow and mature, we truly are getting wiser as a people. And on that note, we now close the pages of today's magazine. Tune in again tomorrow on this same station and hear from our leaders as they chart the way forward for Jamaica. Send us your feedback by emailing jamaicamagazine@gis.gov.jm. Plus, catch today's program and the latest news by visiting our website at gis.gov.jm. If social media is your thing, then our Facebook and Twitter pages are just a click away. On behalf of the hard-working GIS family, I'm Audrey Williams. Happy independence when it comes.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.